Good morning from the pop-up homestead. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update now that fall is hit here in Tennessee. For all our New York friends, I'm sure you guys probably have snow already. Hopefully not, but you might. We got a hard frost here last night. So unfortunately, if you pan over there, you'll see our sweet potatoes got hit with the frost. So Sean and I decided to come and harvest some of our sweet potatoes and see what kind of potatoes we got so far. So we did 2 buckets so far. You can see we got some. I mean, some are very small, but they're extremely edible. So we're going along doing this, and we thought maybe we should take you along and share the adventure with you. So we're gonna dump the next bucket here, and you can see. Oh yeah, look at that. So, see, there's a nice one. Now, I will tell you that everyone has told us that sweet potatoes, you start from slips. I just took sweet potatoes that were sprouting and put 2 of them per pot. And I didn't know what would happen. I did know that that we would have sweet potato greens all summer long, and we've been eating them like spinach, wilting them down and cooking them. That's a nice one. So even if we didn't get a lot of tubers, oh, look at that. That's a good one. Even if we didn't get a lot of tubers, at least we had the greens all summer. And actually, I took a lot of cuttings from these vines here. I snapped them before the frost, and I kept a few nodes on here, and I put them, you know, about this long, and I put them in water, and then the greens keep growing all winter long, and we have fresh greens to eat all winter just with these being in water. And I'll probably be able to plant them as slips next year also. Look at that, it's trying to sprout there. So let's see what we got in here. How many more? Got a few more. So I don't know how many we're gonna get from each pot, but it's time to break it down, so that's what we'll do. And this is the one that I started with. See, you can tell that's the starter tuber. So, I mean, I didn't do anything special. I just threw them in the pot with some dirt. And I wasn't sure, being from New York, if they would even grow. I didn't know if I'd have a long enough season, but a friend gave them to us. And we thought we'd try them out. So, yeah, not bad for this bucket. And you can see that was the other starter that I put in there. I feel something else here too. Yeah, see, if we would have had a longer season, all of these would have developed. You can see all of those would have plumped up and developed into tubers. See? So, I'm pretty happy with what we've gotten so far. We've eaten greens from them. We learned a lot of experience. And, oh, that's great. There's another one. Let's dump another one. Oh, boy. This is like Christmas here.
Nice.
Look at that. 3 of them.
Nice.
3 big ones right at the bottom. I mean, that is all loaded with ants. Oh, boy. Okay. That one has ants on it. Put that one in there.
It's okay. They'll wash off.
Yeah, so this whole thing is ants. So if you zoom in on this, Sean, and show them the ants, those ants are likely biters. So we're not going to dig through that one right now, because I don't have a tool, and if I use my hands, they'll probably bite my hands. But that's okay. Those ants, they grow some big potatoes. So let's try another bucket. Oh, this is great. Look at that. Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's awesome. Are you guys loving these sweet potatoes? I mean, basically, this is all free food. We had free leafy greens all summer. Beautiful to look at. They grew up over the grill. Wasn't Sean's favorite thing, but I liked them. But the best part is is that we can do this again next year. Next year we'll probably put them in a bed. We'll have garden beds by then.
Yeah.
We just, anyone who started following our channel knows that we just moved here from New York July 2nd. So everything we did this year was just in containers. And I wasn't even going to plant these, but like I said, a friend of ours gave us a big box of them, and they were all sprouting. And I thought, well, let's just give it a try and see. I mean, I didn't know what to expect. I'm definitely not a professional sweet potato grower, but I've grown lots of white potatoes. Look at that. Here's some more. These look good. These look good. And this one with the ants probably has a lot more in it.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to dig through it until they have time to relocate. Give them a chance to rehome.
Or we can use a tool to
Or we could use a
break
tool,
it up.
yeah. Yeah, because they'll leave the wheelbarrow for sure. Given enough time. Yeah, this is great.
There's a little fingerling right there. There's a couple of them.
This one? Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
oh,
right
I see
there.
that one. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have a full bucket. There's no doubt.
Sure looking pretty good.
It is looking pretty good. So, other than that, we covered the plants we didn't want to lose from the frost. I had started some crookneck summer squash to see if I could get a late harvest of that. And I did have about that big, some little veggies started on there. We'll see if they keep growing. And then I had a pepper plant that I brought from New York. That oh, here's a big one. And that has 3 or 4 peppers on it. That looks like it survived. And I think I got a tomato plant to survive that has a few tomatoes on it. So we'll see. We might still be able to get a little more fruit here. Yeah, see, more time, this would have all filled out. You can see it was starting to swell. Right? Starting to swell there. This would have all swollen up if it had longer growing season. So, yeah, well, live and learn. And maybe that's why people start them from slips. Because they get the slips going earlier in the season, and it helps add to the longer growing season. All right, grab me another one. That worked out good. You would? Great. I would love to hear from anyone who follows our channel if you've ever grown sweet potatoes, or if you even like sweet potatoes. Look at that. See that? And these are just in little buckets.
Yeah.
I mean, I did literally nothing to these. I watered them a couple times if I happen to be walking past.
It's a total afterthought. And look at the food that we're going to gain out of this.
Oh my gosh.
Plus the greens are delicious.
They really are. We just made beans and greens the other night. And we've been eating them for 2 days. They're so good.
We did beans and greens with sweet potato leaves.
Yeah.
And kale that we had grown.
Yep, kale that we brought from New York in a pot. And just kind of was left to its own devices as well. Did pretty good. We pulled it because we were getting a frost. So, yeah. Not a bad one. Yeah, it's definitely very Christmas-like. Yeah, you see that's getting pretty full. So, other than that, we're still insulating our cabins. Don't have the solar completely hooked up yet, but it's a lot farther along. And just missing one wire, right, Sean?
Couple cables we're waiting on to be delivered.
Yep, a couple cables, and then we'll have the solar up and running. And other than that, we're just living the dream, you know? Trying to stay warm, playing with our puppy, and yeah, harvesting some free food. Can't really go wrong with that. So anyhow, this is Brenda from the Pop-Up Homestead in my favorite place with dirty hands. Take care.